The U.S. is now a third world country.
Hey people, how you are doing today? Check out Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, it's a video of an American man who came to share that the United States has turned to a third world country. Is this true? That the United States, the great America, the great United States of America is now a third world country. Anyway, guys, I need you guys to hear what this man has to say because I came on to break down something about the housing issue, the homeless issue, the drug issue, everything that is going on right now in America. And this just kind of like, okay, for real? Anyway, guys, I need you guys to see this video, then we'll come back and talk.
The U.S. is now a third world country according to a new European report. Now this is why. They looked at quality of life, how many people are living in poverty, how many people have access to health care, the homeless rate, the unemployment rate, violent crime rates, overall crime rates, and also how many people have drug problems and drug overdoses. Now the last one was pretty scary. Fentanyl is actually the #1 killer of people aged 18 to 45. And actually drug overdoses as a whole is the leading cause of death now in America. You have a higher chance of dying from a drug overdose than anything else. Now we're talking from, dying in a car accident, dying from a heart attack, diseases, anything like that. Drug overdoses are #1. Now that's scary. And not only that, the violent crime rate is through the roof here, which is not good either. And there's so many people living in poverty and paycheck to paycheck and people that can't afford health care. And it's just not good. This new report is making the U.S. look horrible. And that's why they just classified it as a third world country. Now, what do you all think about this? Do you think they're just full of it and that's just complete BS? And the U.S. is not a third world country and far from it? Or do you think they're actually right? And that things are going to continue to go downhill and the U.S. has now just become a third world country? Let me know in the comments.
This video got a lot of people's reaction. Go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section. Love to know your thought on this. But this got a lot of people, especially the Americans' reaction to talk if America is really turning into a third world country or if this is just a bluff.
The U.S. is now a third world country according to a new European report.
I have compared the U.S. to third world countries since I was old enough to understand and question shits, and considering as how I was raised poor and had to grow up real quick, that was pretty early on in life. So yeah, absolutely not surprised. Glad that everyone else is finally catching on. The only people who are surprised by hearing that news are people who have been fed with a silver spoon their entire lives and completely detached from reality. Because those of us who were not born with certain advantages, yeah, America's a third world country. Always has been. Welcome to 2023. I'm glad you guys are finally waking up.
Drug overdoses as a whole is the leading cause of death now in America.
I actually heard this from another source recently, but yeah. The leading cause of death now for 18 to 45-year-olds in the United States is drug overdose, which tells us that we have created such a terrible environment for Americans to live in that they would rather risk dying taking so many drugs so that they can escape this reality. And I'm not saying that us as individuals are technically responsible for the situation, but however you want to look at it, this is where we're at, and it's just going to get worse.
The US is now a third world country according to a new European report.
I could easily sit here and just bash on the U.S. for the next 3 minutes and be like, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this needs to be changed. But the thing is, at the end of the day, bro, no country is perfect. And to my opinion, this whole first world, third world, like, ranking system is dumb as hell, because majority of the third world countries in the world are only third world countries because they were terrorized by the first world ones. Where do you think they all got all this wealth and money and stuff from? Like, they didn't just make it up from the ground up. Hell no. All of Western Europe, America, freaking Asia, like, they terrorized Africa, South America, all the natives. Like, these people didn't become first world countries out of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? We read bro, I mean, I know school's kind of diminishing right now, but if you even looked in any history book or do a quick Google search, these people have terrorized other countries, other groups of people to get where they are now. It's the same thing we be talking about in America, where, like, we as employees are being terrorized so the CEOs can sit there and do nothing and be raking in all that money. It's the same. The kings and the queens of the past were sitting in there while they were going and invoking colonialism and racism, all this other crazy shit, and just taking. And now we have first world and third world countries. Shit, bro. And going back to the U.S., bro, I'm not going to sit here and talk too much, because we know the U.S. is far from perfect, far from it. I know they have, like, freedom of speech and stuff like that. Like, people like to just put on the pedestal. Even right now, as we're currently speaking, they're trying to take down TikTok, which is basically kind of taking down freedom of speech. But, you know, whatever, bro. But, you know, like I said before, if you have any couple of brain cells, you understand that the U.S. is far from perfect. And with each year, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Bro, we have homeless cities, homeless towns in California. Places like Flint don't got water. People are living, majority, they said, like, what is it, 65% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Bro, if you still think we're a first world country, you know, in quotations, because they don't exist, because no country is perfect. But if you still think America is that good of a country, you're tripping.
The US is now a third world country according to a new European report.
Hey, so if you have not seen the full video, I highly recommend checking it out from here. It's very informative. It has a lot of information about how awful things are going here in the US. I'm gonna be honest, after watching that video and with everything personally that I've been dealing with, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of don't want to be here. Like, I like being able to live somewhere, but currently this country seems to be going downhill extremely fast. Our job market sucks right now. Our economy sucks right now. A ton of people just got laid off from their jobs. Honestly, not feeling great about that. Our healthcare has consistently been an issue. No one has decided to come up with an idea to fix the said issue. Not only that, now we're getting a restricted act that is not only going to ban TikTok, but further limit and monitor our use of the internet. Which, personally, I find really stupid, really ridiculous, but you know what? Just another thing to look forward to. And yeah, it's just getting to the point where I don't really like being in this country. It's kind of sucks right now. And for those that want to like say, oh, if you don't like it, you should just leave. I can't really afford it because, again, our economy right now absolutely sucks. And this isn't supposed to be one of those things where it's like, oh, down with America, or I hate America. It's not trying to say that, but right now, this country is in a very shit state. And honestly, something needs to be done because things just keep getting worse. And I ain't a fan of it. But yeah, I recommend checking out that video. It has a lot of good information. Also, he did a follow-up video, which I also recommend checking out because that stuff is very informative. It just helps, I don't know, It's interesting to see how other countries see us, I guess, is an interesting thing, even if it ain't in a good light.
The US is now a third world country according to a new European report.
Let me tell you something. You guys have no idea what it's like to live in a third world country. No freaking clue. When we were stuck in Mexico for that year, in the butt crack of Mexico, no electricity, no running water, no shelter for a lot of the time, I was happier than I had ever been in my life. Freer too. But let me tell you something. We dreamed about even American prison, because at least you got fed and housed and a blanket and people spoke English, because it was hard learning Spanish on the fly. Trust in God for every bite of food you might get. Working for $4 a day. Losing so much weight that you got pretty hot, but scary too because you just lost all of your padding. You guys have no idea. I mean, I get that it's hard, but you could literally leave and go behind a dumpster somewhere and find a buffet of anything you wanted. Do you have any idea what we would have done for that capability? Even the homeless in America have it really freaking good. And I've been there. I get to say that. You know why I'm a broker? Because I've been broker than you. I guarantee it. It's y'all's choice. Every single one of you. It is your choice how you want to live here. If you want to stay in slavery and stay living at the bottom, that's okay. You do that. But you don't have to. I mean, you really don't have to. And I'm going to do a video that's going to tell you the 3 secrets. It doesn't matter what course you listen to or what guru you listen to. There are 3 secrets to life. And I'm going to tell you what they are, just not in this video because I'm already rambling.
Is now a third world country according to a new European report. Now,
okay, so in that video, I do recommend you watch the original. He was explaining how some people in Europe have declared that the United States is now a third world country because of its current economic situation, its poverty rates, its death tolls, and just how it's generally a pretty crappy place to live. Okay, but I'm going to let you know a little secret here. Third world countries have nothing to do with the current quality of life. It doesn't matter if the country is rich, it doesn't matter if the country is poor, it doesn't matter what the current religion of that nation is, it doesn't matter if it's currently at war with someone. What matters is the Cold War. You see, during the Cold War, the planet was divided up into 3 groups. You have the First World, Second World, and Third World countries. NATO, if you are part of NATO, you are part of the First World. United States, Canada, Great Britain, and France, those are all First World nations. Not because of their current quality of life, but because they were part of that side of the argument. NATO is the First World nations. Second World nations include Russia, Ukraine, Hungary, all the nations that were part of the USSR during the Cold War, or that were under the Iron Curtain. They also include China, Vietnam, because they were part of the global influence and joined the USSR with communism. Third world nations are actually the nations that said, I don't care. Leave me out of this. I don't want to be part of your little fight. So basically, if you're just part of a nation that didn't want to be part of the USSR or NATO, then you are a third world nation. It has nothing to do with, this is a wealthy nation. It has all this great economic reform and people are wealthy and living to ripe old ages, or this is a terrible nation. It's all devastation and decay and disease and everyone's hurting each other and the crime is off the charts. We're all dying. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with that. It all depends what side of the argument you're on during the Cold War. Were you going to get nuked by NATO or by the USSR? Or did you just say, I don't care. Leave me out of this. I want nothing to do with this. If that's the case, then yes, you are a third world nation. Now, I'm in Canada, so I'm in a first world nation. If you are, ironically, fighting in Ukraine, fighting against Russia, you are a second world nation fighting against a second world nation. And if you're in a nation like Madagascar, they didn't pick a side. They didn't join NATO. They didn't join the USSR. They don't care. They are a third world. Yeah, it has everything to do with the alliance that nation picked. Do they want to fight with these guys, or just stay out of it? That's all.
Please go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section. Love to know your thought on this. Please share your opinion down in the comment section, but please, please, please do it respectfully. You don't have to disrespect anybody for you to air your opinion. So feel free to share your opinion down in the comment section. For me, I just feel like my heart goes out to people in the States. If you're from America, please share your opinion. I'm not trying to throw this on anybody, or try to run any country down, please. So anything I say here, please, 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 that's not my intention. Let me put that out there. But right now, I'm not in America. I've never been to America. But these are Americans talking about how the situation in America has been bad. For me, in Africa, it's actually like a shock because, and it's unbelievable for someone like me in Africa because we are sold the American dream. America is a place to be. And seeing that there are things like that, or homelessness, like, it's unreal. It's unreal. And the fact that there are clips back in such situation, wow, my heart goes out to people that the increment on cost of living in the state has caused people, and lack of jobs, the drug epidemic, like, it's just mind-blowing. I personally can't really fathom that the great America has gotten to this point where these are some of its struggles, where some of its citizens can't even eat a decent food, a healthy food. Like, it's really heartbroken. Anyway, guys, please go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section, because that's what we do here. We have conversation. So go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section. Please share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because, hey, that's what we do here. We have conversations. So go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section. With that all said, guys, give this video a big thumbs up. Please like this video, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content, and that will be you supporting this channel, because my videos will get more viewers, okay, if they push it out to more people. So go ahead, smash the like button, and also leave a comment, okay? I love your reading from you guys. With that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.